what's up, everybody? My name is Last Name Jones, and thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of New Age Finance. If you've not done already, please go ahead and press like and subscribe at the bottom of your screen, please. I'll greatly appreciate that. And of course, you guys know the rules. I do not give price predictions. I am not a financial advisor. If you listen to me without doing your own research, there's a chance that you can end up poor. And I'm talking about so poor that you can't even afford the OR. You could just afford the PO. So you're just going to be poor. I'm sorry. You should have did your research. With that being said and done, let's dive into today's episode, right? So today in crypto news, Drake bet $1.3 million in Bitcoin on the Super Bowl. Bro, that's rich, right? Snoop Dogg buys back Death Row. That is huge. Rick Ross stayed down till he came up. That is a very interesting story. You guys stay tuned for that one, right? Morgan and Lech. I can't even pronounce the name. Morgan and Lichtenstein. I'm butchering the name probably, right? A $4.5 billion Bitcoin scam. Damn. Okay. And then you have Nas and Lil Baby, who invested $60 million into the Metaverse. So let's jump into it. Man, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Today is Valentine's Day, so please do not be looking at your phone, checking your charts the entire day. Pay attention to your woman because you're a loser and you'll be lonely and rich, which a lot of people probably think is not that bad. But anyways, yeah. Let's get into it. All right, so first story we're going to jump into is the Drake betting 1.3 million M's on Bitcoin, off Bitcoin on the Super Bowl. Dude is just rich, like crazy rich and talented, but he worked hard for that. So, hey, you know, you work hard, you can play hard like that. So let me jump into the story with y'all real quick. Do a screen share. Y'all know how it go. I like for y'all to see what I'm saying. That way y'all know where I got it from. I don't hide. Listen, so here we go. Right.
I love you, Bobby.
Let's see what happened on Thursday. The rapper shared a post on social media platform Instagram revealing that $1.26 million worth of Bitcoin bets on a game of February 13th between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Drake bet 600,000 Canadian dollars of Bitcoin for the Rams to win, including overtime. The rapper also placed a 500,000 CAD Bitcoin bet on Odell Beckham Jr. to have more than 62.5 receiving yards and another 500,000 CAD on him getting over 0.5 anytime touchdowns. Wow. All bets are on the family, declared the rapper, who made all bets through the crypto sports betting platform Stake. Shout out to Stake, by the way. Why it matters? Okay, look, cryptocurrency is quickly becoming a big part of the Super Bowl, with a number of NFL players and teams forming relationships with big players in the crypto industry. Earlier this week, major crypto exchange FTX said it will give away as much as $1.5 million in Bitcoin as a part of the Super Bowl ad, which will air during the game. Last year, wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. said he would take his salary in Bitcoin as well as give away $1 million to fans using Block Inc.'s NASDAQ SQ Cash App. Bitcoin price action is a Friday morning. Bitcoin straight out. Anyways, yeah, we're not gonna read all that. So listen, shout out to Drake for making that power move. As you guys can see, cryptocurrency starting to become a normal thing. People are starting to bet crypto, bro. Like, come on, that's been going on, but now it's like making mainstream, like on the news and stuff. So everybody's talking about that. So shout out to Drake for that. You work hard, bro. The Rams won, so hopefully you got most of that money that you bet. You know what I mean? So big props on that one, y'all. So let's go to the next story. Did I say let's go to the next story? What am I talking about? Right? What is he talking about? All right, so let's get to the next story. Snoop Dogg buys back Death Row Records. Why is that important? Well, you know, Snoop is heavy in like the crypto space, right? Like he has property in, I think, Sandbox or something like that. He also threw a concert in Sandbox. So now that he has back Death Row Records, I'm hoping that Death Row will get into the NFT game with their artists. I'm hoping that Death Row would go into partnership with some crypto companies, perhaps maybe, and be the first major label to finally integrate through, you know. And Snoop being who Snoop is, I'm hoping that he does set a good example for the other label, not a good example, I should say, but he sets the bar for the other labels to follow behind when it comes to giving artists their independence rights and their masters, since you're so heavy on blockchain, you know what I mean? Anyways, but let me show you guys a quick video of this real quick. Snoop O Double G buying back Death Row Records. That's huge. I was actually proud to see that. That is a huge moment. That's the record label I gave him his start, bro. And he went back and bought it back years later. So shout out to Snoop Dogg for that. Let's get into it. Snoop Dogg's officially gone from hip hop icon to hip hop mogul. The rapper purchased Death Row Records, the record label that actually launched his career. Chuck Crickmore is co-founder of allhiphop.com.
I felt like it was the ultimate boss move, particularly for an artist, someone who's traditionally known as an artist. But we know Snoop has grown so much since his 1993 debut, Doggy Style.
Oh, look at that.
The label was founded in 1992 by Suge Knight and Dr. Dre, among others. It would be Dre's critically acclaimed album, The Chronic.
Classic album.
It put Death Row on the music industry map, introducing the world to the sights and sounds of South LA, which Crickmore says may be its greatest legacy.
The low riders and the streets of South Central California, and all of that was really injected into the music. There was even a bit of a political side, remember the LA riots and all this strife was going on in the streets. So they captured a lot of that in the music.
Snoop Dogg's debut release in 1993 continued a string of successes that included luring Tupac Shakur away from the East Coast, which some say further fueled the East Coast West.
All right. Let's not get into all of that. All right, so there you guys have it. Snoop Dogg bought back Death Row Records. So hopefully we're going to see some NFTs start to drop from the major labels, and they start to get into the play of NFTs, and they start to do partnerships with crypto companies and platforms that is actually doing stuff out here. And crypto can actually, the NFT space is going to be the space where artists actually get their independence. I see it. I foresee it. Tory Lanez showed you it. So let's keep going though, right? So Rick Ross stayed down till he came up. Before we get into that story, I'm gonna save that one for last. That's today's special story, right? All right, let's get to the part where they say Morgan and Lichtenstein $4.5 billion scam. Damn, talk about greed, bro. Like $4.5 billion worth of scamming. They probably scammed me. Can we get some money back? I mean, hey. But listen though, let me go ahead and screen share this, and yeah, we're gonna get into that one. That's a very, very I want to know how they did that. Jesus. 4.5 billion. Hold on. Y'all watch this. Shirt. All right. Meet the crocodile of Wall Street rappers accused of laundering billions of dollars in crypto. It took Netflix 3 days to order a documentary about her, but a woman's social media account have been telling wild stories for years. All right, let me stop doing that. Heather Morgan, 31, is Heather Morgan, 31, is half of a husband and wife duo. What is half of a husband and wife duo charged last week with conspiring to launder $119,754 in Bitcoin, a cachet worth about 4.5. I'm sorry. Let me reread that, okay? I messed up. I told you I'm not afraid to admit when I make my mistakes. Now, the husband and wife duo charged last week with conspiring to launder 119,754 Bitcoin, a cachet worth of about $4.5 billion, prompting the streaming service to enlist the Tiger King executive producer, director, and upcoming series about them. Morgan and Ilya Lichtenstein, 34, are accused of trying to launder the cryptocurrency stolen after a hacker breached the exchange Bitfinex. In 2016, it initiated more than $2,000 of unauthorized transactions. Prosecutors said the Bitcoin was sent to a digital wallet controlled by Lichtenstein. Morgan and Lichtenstein are in custody pending a hearing scheduled for this week. Their attorney did not respond to requests for comment on this story. The investigation includes the largest seizure of funds in the Justice Department's history. But what has drawn the most online attention is Morgan's two somewhat distinct personas. One is a successful go-getting tech entrepreneur. On the other side is a self-proclaimed crocodile of Wall Street, rapping about investing in meme stocks, dealing with coronavirus pandemic, and getting high in a cemetery. I ain't going front, getting high in a cemetery, so I'm kind of lit. All right, Lichtenstein has a lower online profile than his wife. He described himself as a tech entrepreneur, explorer, and occasional magician. That's not really that low profile, bro. In 2018 blog post, according to court documents, the dual Russian and American citizen grew up in Glenview, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago. He studied at University of Wisconsin and Madison. I'm not gonna be all this personal information, whatever. But basically, these guys hacked the platform. They stole God knows how much. They got caught trying to make transactions. Now they're in custody. And I'm telling you, $4.5 billion. Dude, if they got away with that, that is nuts. I really don't think they would have stopped right there. They would have went back and tried to do it again, if you ask me. Because if you steal and you don't get caught, you're going to think it's okay. And you're going to keep on trying to steal and steal again and steal again. And eventually somebody's just going to catch you. They're either going to bust your head or you're going to go to jail. One or two, or something's going to happen to you. Don't steal. Work for it. Invest your money. Work, invest. Work, invest. When you work, you get the money. You take the money. You stretch the money by investing the money. Okay? That's how you do it. All right, let's get to the next story. All right, so up next, Nas and Lil Baby invest $60 million into the metaverse. That's what I'm talking about. Power moves, power moves, power moves, power moves. Right, so let me get this story to y'all real quick. What's going on over here? Right there. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Is that the screen I want to share? Yes, it is. No, it is not. I did not want to show y'all that. That's not the screen I wanted to share. So let me go back. Let me try this again. Boom. Okay, so Nas and Lil Baby invest $60 million, a series of funding around a Metaverse real estate company, right? Let me read this to y'all real quick. Another day, another announcement of rappers dominating the metaverse. On February 10th, Nas, Lil Baby, and Gunna and Baby Keem were participants in a $60 million Series A financing round of Every Realm, a metaverse real estate company. Music Business World reports. The round was led by Addressing Horowitz. I'm butchering people's name today. Y'all forgive me. Y'all can read it, right? Okay, so and include investors such as Coinbase Ventures, NGC Ventures, Dragonfly Capital, Hash, Lightspeed Ventures, Venture Partners, and more. The investments from, that's a lot of ventures. The investments from the leading firms marks one of the largest Series A rounds of company led by female CEO in the current company. Every Realm's CEO is Janine Yorio and is co-founded by TJ Kawamura and Julius Swartz. Jesse Stein, Costas Katid. Listen, man, people, please name y'all kids normal names. But then again, what is normal, right? All right, so since its inception in 2021, the company has been a force of virtual real estate with holdings in 25 metaverse platforms, over 100 developed projects, and over 3,000 non-fungible tokens. My God, every realm creates innovative and addictive social spaces that are futuristic and interactive like video games, but still familiar to a mainstream audience by invoking a real-world architecture, culture, and events. You said. Every Realm is developing this interactive content across many genres, including sports, education, fashion, gaming, art, social, and experiences, of all designed to draw users to the metaverse. She continued. We're also creating the infrastructure required to distribute the interactive content to a global mainstream audience. We're building the gateway to the metaverse to do for the metaverse and the Coinbase. We're building the gateway to the metaverse to do for the metaverse what Coinbase did for crypto, what Netflix did for streaming and entertainment, and what Google did for the internet. Hip-hop is basically meeting the metaverse. So before investing in Every Realm, Nas and Lil Baby and Gunna had each had their own share of ventures in the digital world. Take, for example, Nas, who linked up with Royale, a blockchain-powered platform that allows fans the opportunity to invest in their favorite artist's music in January 2021. Together, the two were said to release extended versions of NFTs called limited digital assets, which included streaming royalty rights to two of Nas's tracks, Afrotech reported. Holy crap. Whoa. Wow. That's nuts. That is nuts. So that's really big moves These guys are invested in the metaverse. A lot of rappers are invested into the metaverse. Like I said, Snoop Dogg has property in Sandbox. Now you have Nas, Lil Baby, Baby Reem, and Gunna. They're all invested into it. Shout out to those guys because they're making power moves. You feel me? And that stuff looking forward into the future. You know, hip hop is more than just about the chains and the shoes and the girls and all that stuff. You know, like hip hop is a business. Once you become a rapper, you are literally a walking billboard. You're a brand, and that's what you become. And once artists understand that, and they understand the power that they have, and they use that power while they hot, trust me, they'll be okay in the long run. So big shout outs to all them boys that invested in that crypto or into the metaverse. I'm sorry, they invested into a company that's in the metaverse. All right, so you guys go ahead and do the research for yourself. You can find that one on msn.com, by the way. Yes, you heard it here first, besides msn.com. Anyways, let's get into the last story. Rick Ross stayed down till he came up. Stayed down till I came up. Now, what does that mean, right? Staying down till you come up is actually being humble, just doing your thing until the day or the opportunity arises for you to get your position of power to where you can then accumulate what you need to accumulate, whether it's finances, fame, power, whatever it may be, right? So with that being said and done, let's get into the story of the day. And this is the story of the day because it's admirable and it's something that I would do. It's actually something I'm doing right now. And I love that. You know, sometimes people will reach out and do what they do, but it takes a lot for somebody to understand. I have to put in that work to get there. You know what I mean? How you think I got here with certain songs and my music and stuff? Like I pushed and pushed. And when you start something like even a platform, you just got to put in that work. You know what I mean? So let's get to this story. He stayed down till he came up. Stayed down till he came up. All right. So Rick Ross, right, explains how unpaid ciroc gig led to Diddy giving him a $1 million deal, right? So one of the unwritten rules of hip hop is everyone has to start somewhere. This is true. That was the case for Rick Ross, who always takes time out of his day to speak about his remarkable journey to the top of his hip hop elite. Over the weekend, right, the biggest boss took to his social media with a video of him explaining that one of his earlier brand collaborations with Diddy, famous ciroc vodka, according to Rose, he initially promoted ciroc for a whole year without receiving a single dime. But that wasn't a bad thing, as Diddy blessed him for sticking the course. I was once an unpaid brand ambassador for ciroc for a year plus, taking pics, posting, etc. Already a huge artist. Rick Ross wrote in the video. The following year, Diddy gave me a $1 million check just for taking the initiative and going as hard as I did when no one else was. Right? Let's watch this clip real quick.
Jobs keep offering them brand ambassadors. I responded, what else can I offer you virtually? That's a plus. You coming to the table with something. That's what you're doing when you go to a job and they give you an interview. They actually want to see, what are you coming to the table with? What are your gifts? What make you unique? Or are you just a standard individual that can mop and sweep?
He wasn't lying when he said that. Y'all know that, right? He dropped straight like facts when he said that. He was not lying. What makes you unique in what you do? What are you willing to do or sacrifice until you get to your goal, right? I'm willing to put in my work to get where I need to go until I get to my final goal. Whether it's in music, entertainment, something, I know I'm going to be something, right? Because I put in the work. So with that being said and done, I just put in the work for y'all for the past whatever minutes. I don't watch the time. I just like just vibing with y'all. I wish I could see and talk back to y'all. You know what I mean? Like maybe one day I do a broadcast in the metaverse and we could all just like vibe and rock out, do a whole concert. All right, let me stop. Maybe, right? But anyways, with that being said and done, thank you guys so much for tuning into New Age Finance. It's been a pleasure hanging with y'all. Go ahead and press like and subscribe at the bottom of the screen if you've not done already. Please, please, please. Right? So y'all be safe. Happy Valentine's Day. Make love. Wear protection, please. Wear protection. Unless you're trying to make a baby, I'm just saying, wear protection, man. I love y'all, man. Good night. Love.